Hello and welcome into the SorareAndrews podcast brought to you by Sorare Data. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare, joined as always by Andy Black, who goes by Black on Sorare. Daniel Cooper's in chat saying, when podcast? Good point. We're a little late. It's my fault. Sometimes technology just doesn't always agree. And sometimes you just forget to unmute yourself or unmute your volume and miss the notification that Andy's here. So sometimes that happens. I don't know when, like who it happens to.
Yeah.
Asking for a friend, but it happens. Andy, it's now been a few weeks of this situation. I'm just curious, how many reward swaps have you done so far?
I haven't done any.
Is it because you got rewards that were good enough? Or...
Yeah, usually.
Oh.
Good enough to where I'm just like, all right. Nothing egregious is what I'll say. Like I didn't win a Vandevort super rare where I was like, I gotta swap this thing in.
Let me get out of this
piece of junk.
So we're actually not really here to talk about the whole swap thing. I feel like we touched on this already. And if we didn't, I don't think anybody really cares. But what we are here to do is to have a little fun, because we do like to do that. And we were going to use, I assume we're still going to use this, Sorare's new club honors thing in the...
Is that the official term, the club honors thing?
Club honors, yep. Honors spelled the American way, which I'm curious if there was any conversation about that or not, because I think they still have a bigger UK contingent, but maybe not. But anyway, club honors, which allows you to see how many times you have won a competition, how many podiums you have, and then how many cards you won and all of this stuff. Information we just never knew about. We were just flying blindly this entire... Oh, wait. We did actually know that. But anyway. Chani said...
Real quick, can I give my feedback on the new feature?
Sure. Which new feature?
The one that Sorare added, the club honors.
Oh, sure.
I think it is like really pretty. I like the simplicity of like just being able to scan through it. But I lost my mind last night. It was originally sorted by what place you came in, so it would show like all your firsts, all your seconds, all your thirds. And now it's switched to chronological order, so it's the most recent game week, which is infuriating.
You are just so needy.
Hey, and I can't sort it either, so I can't choose between the two either, and it really bothered me.
So I have learned by just kind of aimlessly clicking that you can at least sort by competition. So you can like just see everything you've won in All-Star Rare.
Yeah.
And so that's fun. That's helpful.
I guess.
No? I'll pull it up. I'll show you. I'll teach you how to do this.
All right. Show me how to use the tool.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody who has joined us live. If you guys would please hit the like button on the video. Always helpful. I think I might just start stealing Quinny's line of like, where are your manners? There are more people here than have liked the video.
Like, subscribe, and all that good stuff.
And all that good stuff. All that good stuff. I mean, the only reason we're here is for the likes. There's really no other reason. Andy and I don't even like each other. We just like come on here just to get likes on the video. And so if you guys could just at least humor us that way, then we can keep doing this. Chani said he's here to watch my face as Adon concedes. Chani, I've had Adon for way too long that like a single concession really just doesn't even affect me anymore. And frankly, I don't even check until the 96th minute, because like that's really when the maximum pain happens. Speaking of maximum pain, rabbit hunting tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern. I may have won a Kimmich, but I didn't. Anyway, so
let me think here. I'm trying to think of what player this probably involves, because I think I know. I think you showed me this one, and maybe we shouldn't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it completely. Okay. I will say just the process that I had with rabbit hunting so far, I've only done 2 of them, is like the lineups that I made, or the lineups that like would have been my best lineups, I was like not remotely close to making. and I was literally like a 1v1 away this week. I think I haven't like gone through, so I don't know for sure. I'm actually not going to do what I normally do. I'm gonna like go in blindly. But like I had a very good finish in All-Star Limited this past weekend. And I definitely had a card in another lineup that scored more than one of my players in there. So like I definitely could have gotten better.
Yeah.
I noticed that Kimmich was the first place prize in All-Star Limited. And I still don't know if I would have gotten there, but I'm pretty sure I got damn close. So club honors. I want to talk about this because this is actually something that a few people have brought up to us at Sorare Data that we should do more stuff like this. And for like full disclosure, not disclosure, and maybe I'm saying something that I probably shouldn't be saying publicly, but I'm going to say it anyway because nobody's here. So there are certain things that we like to do, that we like to work on, that like make the Sorare experience better, and that like you can enjoy Sorare more. And there are certain things that we think we could do really well that we also think Sorare should just do themselves. And this was kind of one of them, this club honors thing. Like people had talked about like halls of fame, like before they introduced it, like, oh, can we put our like top cards in the Sorare Data header? And it was like, yeah, but like that's not really what the point of Sorare Data is. And so honestly, like the more stuff that we do, the more we want to focus on making all of our members' Sorare experiences better in terms of like helping you figure out which cards to buy or what lineups to play or what cards to use in lineups and blah, blah, all this stuff to like make that part better. But it's not really like quality of life stuff about Sorare. And so this club honors thing is like something that a lot of people were asking for. And I agree with you. I think it looks really nice and it's a really cool concept. And I think that they got most of what we want. It also kind of had that, what did they, it was kind of like an own goal situation as well. Cause as we're like looking through and you're like, man, look at this 5th place finish I had. And I won who? And you're like, well, that's not that fun. And then like, going chronologically through and you're just like, what that could I have swapped that? And then you can find out actually that did qualify for a swap that just didn't exist back then. So we wanted to have a little fun with it, and I don't know how much fun we're actually going to have, but we'll have some fun and look at some rewards that maybe we could have swapped, and we'll go from there. So this is the Sorare football homepage. And to get to the club honors, it's right below your live competitions. Andy, I'm apparently currently winning 3 tier 3 limiteds.
Okay.
And like save the whale gifts for someone else, but like,
hey, you got Bruno Fox. Let's go.
Man. So I wish I had the rare. The dude's going to crush at Minero now.
I bought 2 rares because he has a funny name.
It's warranted. There's not many times where you can say that word on a Sorare Data stream and be perfectly fine.
Yeah, without getting berated later on.
Yeah, or maybe suspended for a few weeks. Who knows? Anyway, club honors here. Revisit your club's top accolades. If you saw this, what would you do to actually see all of your club's top accolades?
Okay, so last night when you said that we were talking about doing this, I said you can't even navigate to it. I can't find it. I was on my club and I was digging through my club. I was like, I can't get there. I don't know how to get there. Where is it at?
Yeah,
I would think club honors would be part of my club.
I think it will be. I hope it will be, because it does fit there.
I mean, completely. Literally, it's adding a link on the drop down that links to that page. It's pretty simple.
There are bigger priorities occasionally. You got to prioritize what you're doing. I'm sure it's coming.
So you told me.
I mean, surely.
Finally, you told me it was under home, and I was like, okay. I went to home, and I scrolled all the way down the page, and I was like, no, that's your live lineups, Laird. And I still couldn't find it. And I was like dragging through here, and It's so little. Like it's such a little bar there that I couldn't find it.
I'm with you on that one. So you see this, and then what do you want to do?
I want to click on one of those trophies or on one of those cards.
Okay, so you are correct in doing so. What I did, which was not the right thing to do, was I went all the way over here. Sorry for those who were listening. And I clicked view more.
Okay.
Because I don't know. Because I wanted to see more.
Yeah.
But that view more button is for the submit teams. So you are correct. You just have to click. I actually don't know if it gives you different things. Oh, it does. Okay. So these are all of my reward winning lineups. So that's how it starts. But then you also have this option to break it down by competition. So as you see, like I've just won different things. That's all. The biggest one, Champion Europe Rare, which I spent so much money on and lost a ton of money, all for 3 rewards, which you can see here, were my 3 lineup winning. Oh, Pau Lopez is in there. How about that? Yeah. I was going to say, never with the goalie that I actually got.
I think you gave up too soon.
I will say one bit of feedback that I've heard a few people, and Hatana said this in chat, is that the new UI is too dark. I'm like a occasional dark mode user. Like I use it for like the Twitter app, I think. Yeah. But like on desktop, I don't need it. And the other thing is what with the reward reveal now, which is like super white, you're like used to the black, and then they're like, here's your reward.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, 3 Champion Europe Rare rewards, including one with a common card that scored 19 points. You're right. I should have kept playing.
Wait, that's so weird. You played with the common card after you played with. So I guess you sold Pau Lopez, or Italy wasn't playing that week. That's probably what it was.
No, he was at Marseille when.
Oh, okay.
It was a Roma card, but he was at Marseille. I probably sold. You know what? I bet I won this after I was like, you know what? I'm done with Champion Europe, and I had these guys left over, and like Luis Diaz Liverpool card. I guess in April I would have.
Let's rabbit hunt what Pau Lopez scored in game week 264.
Oh man, look at you with the crossover stuff. Love it. Love it.
Maybe he's a DMP that week or something.
What was it? 264?
264, yeah.
Yeah, I bet I mean, I would guess he scored 100. 264 did not play.
Okay.
Mandanda season.
Yeah, that's probably what that was.
So let's see. That's April 22 was the game week. And I sold him in June. So yeah, I had him. I was just sharp. I knew he wasn't going to start.
You should have bought a Mandanda.
I probably should have.
And now we should see what Mandanda scored in game week 264. Oh, clean sheet. Let's go.
73.6.
First
All
place.
Right. So 73. Let's do this a little quick math here. And by quick math, I'm just pulling up a calculator. 344 minus 19 plus 70. What did I say? 6? 74. I'm not even going to count XP. 400 points. Let's see what 400 would get me in Champion Europe Rare in game week 264. This is just riveting content here. Back in the old days, I'm old enough to remember when weekend game weeks were evens.
Yeah.
What did I say? Champion Europe.
I think it was Champion Europe Rare, right?
Rare, yes. Oh, wait, I need the rankings first. 400 points that's not helpful. Oh boy.
Oh no.
I'm going to be clicking here for a while. If you want to fill the time here while I'm just clicking.
Yeah. Just keep clicking. Click faster.
Cap Trader said he's guessing there'll be a white mode at some point.
I don't think that it's probably a good idea to call it white mode and black mode, but
Dark mode.
yeah.
Dark mode. All right.
And light mode.
Champion Europe. Did I skip it?
Rare.
Champion Europe Rare. 400. It was actually $3.99 and change. So I'm going to give myself 19th.
Yeah.
Ivan. No, that can't be right. Hold on. That's not actually game week 264. I have to load load everything first. But anyway, we'll get there. And I think
I took us down a dark path.
This at least makes me feel better about giving up on Champion Europe Rare when I did, because I clearly wasn't winning anything. So what did I say?
You hit the nuts with that team. Like, that's the best that team's ever going to do, and you got 19th place.
264. Well, it also included a player I didn't actually own with Mandanda.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Always handcuff your goalies, though, right?
You should, yeah.
Yeah. No, thanks. Champion Europe Rare. What did I say? 19th place?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Kimmich up top, too. 19th, Lorenzo Pellegrini. That would have been fun.
Is he the one from Roma that went to Galistray?
No.
No.
He's still at Roma. He's really good.
Younger kid. Zaniola or whatever.
Yeah, Zaniolo went there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could have used those scores for sure.
Who'd you get instead?
KD Barre. Who's limited. I joked with you. I won the previous game week in some other competition. So yeah, I think to be honest, I find this stuff fun. Looking back at your old lineups, people like seeing the ones that they did really well in. I kind of just go the opposite. But yeah, it's nice. I think it's a really nice addition. It's something that a lot of people ask for. I do find that people are so dramatic asking for things like filters so that they could see chronologically what they. But anyway, yeah.
I'm just saying it would be a nice to have.
I agree. And they're getting there. Like, you can, like this, you can just pick which competitions that because like we're not all like you and have like hundreds of wins in each category here. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I also think that this should somehow be like integrated with the achievements page in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that those should work, in tandem in some way. Like some of these should be achievements, like win your first competition would be an achievement. And if you're YNWA or something, win your 50th competition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Complete your first swap. 5 of 5 swaps. 5 approved swaps. Not just 5 successful swaps.
What defines a successful swap? When the player you get is more valuable than the one that you swapped?
Well, isn't that the point? Like, we don't want like a better card. We just want one that is more valuable.
Well, is Saka better than Van de Voort? Was that a successful swap?
I'm still I think there are unanswered questions with that situation still.
Yeah, I like to poke fun at it, and as long as there's not like an answered question around it, then I'm gonna make fun of it.
So Skazmo, since you're here, would you mind if I told your story? And if not, people are gonna be really curious on what the story is, but I won't actually tell the whole story if Skazmo doesn't want to. It's a good one. But anyway, Andy, was there anything as you went through your? Well, I'm going to say no because Skazmo said yes.
Sure.
So there was a little situation this week where there was a supposed display bug with the rewards in U23 Super Rare. This was last weekend. Wonder if I could even pull that up. It's not something I enter, but so it's happened before, this kind of display bug where the top, I never know how to do this. How do I see the rewards from other competitions?
Not
Leaderboard?
rewards,
That's
but
right,
rankings.
leaderboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So they've had this sort of like issue before where when they did the double rewards for podium, so like you can win a star and a rare, they accidentally, instead of listing the star rewards, excuse me, the rare rewards for the podiums, they put them under the super rares. So instead of first, second, and third winning them, it's 34th, 35th, and 36th. So it happened this week in U23 Super Rare. I don't know if they've actually they didn't fix it. So this is what it looks like. So it's 34 through 36 get the tier 1 rare instead of first, second, and third. Scosmo, congratulations, finished third. And was like, hey, I should be getting what is it, tier 1? Tier 1 rare. And a bit of, I would guess he was joking. He made an offer to the Sorare account for the Vandervoort Super Rare that they recently acquired via trade for a Bukayu Saka Super Rare. And guess what happened to Scosmo?
He got blocked.
He got blocked. The problem is that now he can't get an offer from Sorare for this tier 1 rare that he is rightfully owed. And so I actually don't know what the resolution is, but if you want to, he got the T1, excuse me. Did you not get you got the tier 1 super rare though, not the rare, right? I don't know. He didn't get one of them. Conveniently, what did I say? 34th and 34 through 35 got one of these tier 1 rares. And here we have our good friend here.
Yeah.
PSU fans too. Finally running good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I probably shouldn't have gone through all of that, but I did.
That's crazy.
Anyway.
So did Sean get to keep the reward?
I don't know. What do you mean by got to keep?
Like, why would it go back to the prize pool? A tier 1 rare after the tier 2 rares? Is that? Did I see that?
There were no rares other than the 3. It was a super rare contest, so all of the rewards were super rares, and then
the tier 1 rare though was after tier 3 super rares.
Yes. Yeah.
Which,
so
in some circumstances, those are going to be better cards.
Probably all circumstances, actually.
Yeah,
I've seen my tier 3 super rares. I've won a couple here. You can see them here in my club honors. No, but I feel like this has come up before, and oh my God, this Scosmo story gets even better. So that's what it was. So they gave him a tier 1 rare, like after the fact, because he should have won it because they messed up the prize pool.
Right.
That tier 1 rare was eligible for a swap, and he couldn't swap it because they blocked him.
I mean, that's just a support ticket. They can unblock him. So
I love this game, and I realize people think that like the house is burning and we're all going broke, but man,
I made an offer for the Enzo Perez that they have in that account, and I did not get blocked, but it got denied.
I don't know what the solution is for all of those cards, because there are cards in there that people want.
Yeah.
And I don't like that Enzo one. Like, I bid as much as I could on the one that they auctioned.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a whale who wanted it. And when whales want things, they tend to get them when they're competing, against me on auctions. But Scosmo said his thing has been resolved.
Good.
So we'll see. Oh, he got Jules Koundé. Oh, that's fun. Chase is asking if you can actually trade for those cards. I don't think so.
My
It
guess
seems
is at
really
some
sketchy if you could.
yeah, my guess is at some point they'll maybe auction them off again, but that's complete like speculation from me. Like
Same.
so far they've done nothing with those cards, and they've made no intentions to do anything with them. So
I mean, putting that Enzo in the Hall of Fame is just like a slap in the face.
yeah.
But I do appreciate them limiting the Enzo Capetti super rare scarcity or distribution, since I have one. That can stay there forever. So this, I assume this was Scosmo's card. There it is. So I've actually gotten to the point where every game week after, like the day after awards, I check the account. I'm just like, hey, what did people turn in this week?
Yeah. Did I win any of these guys? Should I be swapping any of these guys?
So I would assume if you saw one of the card, like if you won the same card, not the exact same, but similar card, then yeah, it has to be, right?
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, these are all this game week. Like these are yesterday. Like a Bilo super rare is like a real bummer card to get now, but like,
How long is he out?
I assume the rest of the season or something like that.
Yeah. Scosmo said maybe there'll be a Sorare graveyard prize pool made up of all the cards in their account one game week. That would be fun.
That would be super fun. I would throw my best lineup in there if I could win that Enzo rare card.
I mean, some of the best prizes will be in that game week, which is hilarious. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, there are legit cards in here. People are so spoiled, man. I assume some of these are just like bad tier stuff. Like, isn't Dean Henderson like a starting goalie? Is he hurt? He must be hurt. Joe Louis, I get. That's the bummer one. Anyway, Andy, did you go through your club honors and see anything that you wanted to get rid of?
I saw things that were funny to me because I remember I remember winning particular rewards and being very upset about them.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was Kaisuke Asako. When I won him, it was a weekend game week.
Do you know the game week?
Yeah, 184, I think. Yeah, 184. And I came in second place. And at the time, Osaka was not a starting goalkeeper.
Where was it? All-Star?
U23 Rare Pro.
U23 Division 3, if you will.
Yeah.
Hey, there you are.
Yeah, pretty cool. The valuation at the time was probably quite low. But then it turned out to be a great card because, for 2 years thereafter, he was a good U23 goalkeeper, which it's funny because at the time, like if swaps were available, I would have probably been like mad and wanted to swap it. And probably would have got like a Tati Castellanos or whatever. And then now it would be like completely flipped where, I would want Osako and not Tati.
Right. Well, of course. That is, let's see, U23. What do we say? 180 something?
184.
184. It, like, legitimately, he was like the best card in the pool. Now that was a middle of July, so like my guess is they're not doing many. Actually, I was gonna say they're not doing many European cards, but like everything after that was pretty much except Tati.
Daryl Dyke.
Yeah. Cole Bassett.
I think what I find more than anything is like the ones that I thought were bad turned good in some way. Like I had a Langerak where I finished him first and I got him, and it's just not like a sexy card to win, a goalkeeper for coming in first place. But
No.
I mean, I think he's that year. I ended up selling the card, but that year he set the goalkeeping record in J League for the most clean sheets in a season. So it was like I got good utility out of that card, even though I wasn't happy to win him for first place. He ripped off clean sheets every single week. I mean, look, that's insane to look
It's
back at
insane.
that run between like game weeks. What is that like?
Yeah. 100
100
to 180.
insane. You can count on two hands the number of non-clean sheet games in there.
Right. Let's see. In starts. Well, I guess he had a few. Kawasaki lit him up. Yokohama. Antlers. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, first place, a goalie for first place is like, that's the worst, I think.
I mean,
like, I don't think
maybe
you could ever like win a division, and I don't care who the goalie is. You're just like, oh.
Maybe a U23 goalkeeper that's like a Diogo Costa.
I was thinking
like
that, but I think you're still just like, really? Okay. I know I need him, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Or even like Allison, when Allison was on that crazy run last year. Yep. Obviously, you wouldn't want him this year. He's putting up zeros.
I'm trying to remember when I
imagine having 7 Allisons. 7.
I mean, if I only bought from one club, I would do that. All right. So Juan Romero is the one that I put on the thumbnail for this because he's the one that that I wasn't always that thrilled about winning. Let's see. August 24th. And he wasn't even... So the story with Romero is that he was a U23 at the time. And I don't know if Jorge Brown was the starter and got COVID, or... is that what it was?
Yeah, he got COVID and then he tore his ACL.
Okay. So Romero had this like little run here as a starter. And I won him as a tier 1 in America. So what is that? Somewhere around the 200 mark? What did I say? Oh, America. See, Andy, look how easy it is that I can go find this reward that I maybe won. Let's see. Oh, there's Trusty. Maybe it was look
at that Graham Zusi. Let's go.
There it is. Okay. So I finished 15th in Champion America Rare Pro with a 40 from Carlos Vela. Back when Rusnak was the GOAT. Look at that. A lot of super. Anyway, 194 15th. So granted, game week 194 also is, I believe, after he was done. Yeah. So his last start was in game week 188. And I didn't win him again until 194.
Was that a tier 1?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You better believe it. So let's see. 194. Is that what I said? Yeah. 194 Champion America Division 3. Here we go. Juan Romero. 1 spot from Brenner. And just missed out on Nani. I don't know if any of those are better anyway. But
Brenner probably is. Yeah.
Brenner would have been. Not to show off, but look at all these rewards I've won with this card.
Sven.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So almost immediately. Really blew that one. I guess. To be honest, I had no idea I won that card. Where did I sell? Oh, whew. Yikes.
Yeah, that didn't work out real well.
On that one.
Yeah.
I hope whoever owns this card has won a ton with it. Oh, not bad. few threshies. Anyway, I got nothing else on the club honors. I really like it.
It is nice. I think the other thing that's cool to like flip through is just you can find just by scrolling through like what you've been like what combinations you won cards with.
Mm-hmm. It's funny you say that because I was noticing. So I'm not gonna. Sounds like I'm gonna take credit for this, but I was an early River Plate stacker, and I'm pretty sure after going through at least my reward winnings that there was only one lineup I had where it was like a full 5-player River Plate stack, and it wasn't even that good. But I did a bunch of these 4 ones,
right?
Because there's always somebody was out.
Well, that one Reynoso kind of shat the bed. So if you would have had, like Enzo in there, hey.
Somehow I'm like an early Julian Alvarez guy and never had Enzo. And
it hurts, doesn't
I think, yeah, this is the only one ever that I had all 5. I had 0 decisives. I finished 5th, and I won Moses Nyman.
You sent me something last night on De La Cruz. So is he back? Is he not back? Is it good that he didn't play in the cup game? Is it bad?
Yeah, he was training last week. Like there was a picture of him as he and Paulo Diaz were 2 of the 4 training pick guys. And then, yeah, Diaz was on the bench and De La Cruz was nowhere to be found. Imagine putting a lineup together and having Lucas Zelarayan and being like, nah, I'm going to captain Rodolfo Pizarro.
Worked out.
I guess so. Oh, that was my first tier 2. Austin Trusty. Sold him right away too.
Yeah. I think the other thing I noticed, I found that was really funny was the first year of MLS, the lineup combinations that I won with, and that I'm sure other people were winning with. Like I was winning cards with DMPs because I don't know if it was people were having such a hard time getting 5 guys together in a lineup. And I wasn't winning good stuff, but like I'm looking at a lineup where I had Tim Melia and Jonathan Menza, and Melia didn't get the clean sheet. Menza didn't play, but then Ladero popped off for like 100 or whatever, and I had him captained, and yeah, I don't know.
Pablo's hooking us up with the info. 1 to 2
nice.
weeks more for De La Cruz.
Thank you, Pablo.
Paulo Diaz playing this weekend would be amazing.
For you, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
Are you going to fire him up?
I don't know. I haven't done any lineups yet for this game week. I really want to play him. I definitely played him last week in like a non-priority lineup, and he didn't play at all. But like,
yeah.
Oh man,
the number of cheat code players I have this game week is beyond insanity.
I made a cap 240 lineup, and I had like 100 points left. Yeah. I was like, is this even worth it?
Well, I've got all the St. Louis guys that have like 0 cap hits. I've got Guzan and Miles Robinson. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of these MLS guys coming back have low cap hits because either they weren't starters last year or various other reasons.
I have a bunch of goalies that are 0.
Yeah. Real quick, I'll be right back. My dog's being bad.
Sure. Which is funny because I was about to ask you a question, but I'll just answer it myself. Jonathan B said, any thoughts on the 0 increase in prize pool this week with the biggest league on Sorare back MLS? Or are you not chatting about that today? My thoughts are what everyone else thinks. There should be more rewards. And I don't know why there are not. That's kind of the answer for all of it, though. Like,
kind of where I'm at on it, though, is like I think there should be more rewards, but also it's 1 week, so I'm not gonna. It's not gonna like make a big difference to me. I get it. It's 1 week. Sure, and then there's issues every week with different little things, but to me, they're little things. Again, I like to think bigger. I think that these small things will get solved.
You consider this a small thing?
More rewards being available in All-Star? Yeah. I feel like it's small.
Andy, the rewards are the most important part of this entire game.
Sure. That's small though in comparison to other issues.
Like what?
Like
And don't you dare say filtering club honors.
I'll start with legal. I mean, like not that there's like legal issues, but there's other legal stuff going on in the space, and like I think that I think they're probably doing a lot of things in the background that we don't know about in regards to legal stuff that like I don't know. I think that they have resources distributed in a lot of different areas of their business. And yes, I want more rewards. I want rewards fixed, but like, um, I also I sympathize with them a little bit.
What do you think the reaction would be if they're like, we realize that we don't have enough Champion America rewards, but based on where we are with the minting and the rewards that we have allocated for future game weeks, we're going to make it up to everybody by rewarding baseball cards instead.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What if they were basketball cards?
Also, the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, some people wouldn't want that. I mean,
I'm sorry. Did you say some people wouldn't want that?
Sorry.
I think there are about 5 people who want it.
Yeah.
Nobody else does.
I do think that like they have to do much better when it comes to like launching leagues, getting them out faster. Why do we not have an MLS draft this week for the start of the season? I'm assuming
they're asking me about that.
I'm assuming they're waiting for cards. But why wait for cards? Why? Why wait for cards? Just do it now and then convert the cards. Convert the cards later. So give me a 2022 version of Nicholas Ladero, and then when you get the new cards in, swap them. Because this is a podcast about swaps.
Well, they've done it before. I mean, they did it with all the Global Cup stuff. Yeah, that's why I ended up with 4 Chouameni limiteds or commons, excuse me, because like they can just. I mean, we don't own those things; they just kind of sit in our account. Yeah, no, I agree. It's disappointing that because they even mentioned the free to play MLS game.
Yeah,
when they announced all the other ones, and so
I wasn't even going to play it, but I know that there's a lot of people that do want to play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were all worried about that FPL rush, but it's really the FMLS people who are really going to come in and buy Sorare cards. Trust me. As a former top 10 finisher of that competition, I would know. That was my claim to fame right there. Sorry, I still have my club honors here on my own screen. I wanted Quinones rare once, and I sold it. What am I thinking?
Oh, really? Should you have swapped it, though?
Oh, now Max has it. That's funny.
Like Max M?
No, Pescatori. Sorry.
I was going to say Max M owning a Atlas card is hilarious to me.
Yeah, it's probably not true. Actually, it wasn't from Max. I'm going to say, I think I got my Quinones super rare from him, but it was not. It was, who did I get that one from? Duke, maybe? I think that's who it was. For anybody who's ever looking for super rares, just look at people who win them. And if they are predominantly, like if you're looking for America super rares, look at the people who predominantly play European leagues. Because, man, do they not want those American cards in their gallery?
Yeah.
Not at all. Need the ETH, though. Need the ETH. Although I just happen to pull up Max's account here, and he does have a few MLS cards. Actually,
but does he own any Atlas cards?
No. He's
Any
got the
Liga MX cards?
unique. That's fun. Andre Blake unique. Why did I think you own that card?
I don't know.
Anyway. I don't know. So Do you think that if you did get the total kick in the junk reward that deserved a swap, would you do it?
Probably, yeah. It would just
So
have to. It would have to be egregious.
I just talked to, so not even just one that like happens to qualify. Like
Yeah,
it
I'm
has
not
to be
gonna. So
egregious for you.
I've probably like this past game week I won one that probably happens to qualify, and I was just like, whatever.
What was it?
Um, well, this is gonna sound awful. Um, and maybe he didn't qualify. He's just bad, and I think the card behind me was worth more. Does that make it? Does that make it qualified?
I don't think so, actually.
Okay, then maybe it doesn't qualify.
Unless it's like egregiously that
No, it wasn't. It
egregiously.
was like maybe like a 10% difference or something. But
Yeah, no, I don't think.
I want Carlos Sentic. He's a U23 goalkeeper. Um, but like he auctioned. He's a starting U23 goalkeeper, and he auctioned less than an hour ago for 0.17.
What's his name?
Carlos Sentic plays in the Croatian league for Hajduk Split.
Hmm. Is he benched? That seems like he must be benched.
No, I don't think
For a
so.
rare card? 0.17 for a rare?
Yeah, pull it up.
Yeah, surely he's dead. How do you spell his name again?
Carlo Karlo Sentic,
There he is. Yeah.
and you're not sharing your screen right now, just FYI.
Yeah. I'm not.
Ooh, Bill Hamid to Dundee. Really? If that's true, I've got a Dundee player that has me blocked on Twitter for some reason,
Huh.
and it's
Which
not,
Dundee?
and it's not Tony Watt.
Which Dundee?
Dundee United, I guess. I don't know.
Well, there are two of them.
Is there?
I said Dundee. Oh my God, Coates scored a goal.
Let's go. The two guys I had playing right now both had negative decisives. One got a red card,
Ooh,
Paulinho, and then Tapsoba conceded a PK, so they're dead to me.
that's reasonable.
Yeah,
Not an overreaction at all.
exactly.
Discord announcement about game week 349 rewards. Oh, this is long.
Quite the explanation.
As blah blah blah. So next week we'll announce our new tiering system, which will increase prize pool accuracy and consistency. We are also close to shipping in-product calendars that support forward-thinking strategies, the best kind of strategies.
Yeah, I think our podcast on swaps created so much stir. They felt like they had to come out and address this right now.
Andy, it is amazing how many times that they do this, either just before we start or after. But let me see here. The announcement doesn't say anything. They're just like, yeah, rewards are right. Right?
I guess.
Except what it is. Yeah, I don't. That's why did. And they're going to hopefully fix Peru.
Yeah.
Nicola's going to go down there and be like, guys.
He's going to go down there with a camera himself and record the games.
Just
both
the
Dan and Nicholas both have the camera.
The Universitario one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here, Andy. Oh man, Andy.
What?
We got to sweat.
Oh, let's go. All right.
You know it's going to be really painful, that Adon concession. Where's Chani, man? How far along are we in this thing? Oh, 47 minutes. Oh,
you got a long way to go, buddy.
Long way to go.
And Yari still has, I assume, the same amount of time, similar amount of time, 46 minutes. Yeah. So.
Yep. Tadic hasn't even started yet.
Yeah. Too bad JQ let you down last night.
Yeah. Disappointing for sure.
Yeah. He turned a little AA. He likes to take those shots from like 35 yards out, and he always gets them on goal, and we'll steal a couple points that way.
Well earned. What is this steal? Cap 240. That Sangare sub is a killer for this threshold chase here.
Yeah.
Man, these are ugly. But we'll take our one sweat. We'll take it. Steven's asking for 100 from Dusan Tadic today. I'll take that for sure. For sure. Look at Rakitic. 27 AA in 47 minutes.
What's the lineup right above this one?
All-Star Limited. Ooh, right on the cusp of that top 3. Oh, wait, it's probably not top 300 this game week, is it?
No, it still is. I think it's always the top 300.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, but they'll just reduce the amount of ETH.
Just less ETH?
I think so.
Oh, they say I'm in there already. 277, 277th place. 300.
Yeah, how do you see how much it pays out across the
I'll click it. For those of you who are unaware, the reason why I'm 323rd right here, despite the same number of actual points, where they have 277, is because on Sorare it includes things like Tadic, who already has points because he's in the starting 11. The Sorare don't. But, oh, they've got green scores now. That's new. Man, they just make this better and better. Anyway.
What does that even mean? What does the green score mean?
That it's good.
So it just goes from gray to green on there if it's above 60, I guess.
2-0. Maybe an Adon goal. That would help. Anyway.
They let them take PKs.
So from 100 to 300 is $5. This is the same as this weekend, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe it's this stuff that's different. I don't know, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, no, that's All-Star. Oh, and we've got a red card. Let's go. Oh, Pote.
That's the guy that I told you about earlier that I had in the lineup.
Did I not put Gonsalves in a lineup? Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, captain. Andy, I am so good at this game. Look at that. 208. We are flying here. And our boy Harold Preciado tonight.
Harold's going to score for sure.
At least once.
Yeah.
At least once.
Get a home game. He'll bag one.
So do you think Coates commits the penalty in the 95th minute, or do you think Adon does it to not only ruin this clean sheet, but also get rid of it? It's probably both. Like
yeah, I think it'll be a nice little combination of both for you.
Yeah.
You'll get the Coates.
Yeah. Santa's saying Adon own goal, but I actually
it'll be a Coates red card for denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity in the box, PK, goal, and you're out of the rewards.
Yeah. And so that would also guarantee the Tadic 100 though, because it'll go totally to waste.
Right.
Frankly, yeah. Yari could get 100 too.
Yeah, so if you have Yari or Tadic, or if you're live betting any of these games, have at it.
Yeah, I should go do that. Yeah. I really probably could have made a fortune like live betting against Sporting.
After like the 85th minute.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like good for your emotional health, I think. I feel like you should start betting against your players, especially Adon and Sporting, late in the game to concede. And then when they do, your emotional health and you're going to be in a much better state, and you'll have more money in your pocket.
Yeah, I'm going the opposite, man. I'm going to double down and just go Sporting to win to 0 every single game week. And then when it hits, I'm on cloud 9, maybe even cloud 10. I don't even want to watch this game. Like, we're going to finish soon. And I'm like, I'm not even going to turn it on. I'm just going to wait for Johnny's DM when it's like, well, that was fun.
Did you just see that?
Yeah. You got to be kidding me. And I'm like, okay.
Any surprise DNPs this afternoon? I got Fernando out, but I kind of put him in a bad lineup because I wasn't sure.
Well, apparently, I don't know why Sangari's not starting. It seems like a weird one. Veerman, Gutierrez, and Goose. Like, what are we doing here?
You know, somebody really disappointing.
Dimitrich started. Probably should have paid it. Actually, I had enough goalies for this game week.
You know, somebody really disappointing. I've got Florian Grillitsch. He got moved to Ajax, and I thought that he was going to be like eventually get into that starting lineup there, but he has never once cracked their starting lineup and just been totally
That was
useless
a
on the
weird.
bench.
Yeah, that was a really weird move.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when it happened, or when they were talking about it. Who was it? Maybe Josh. Josh Forth is like an Ajax expert, and he was like, "I just don't see where he plays. Like, why would you go there?"
Because I think he's the type of guy that could like he's CDM, but he could maybe play like center back or something. Maybe I don't know. But
Move Alvarez back. I don't know. Jonathan's saying in Discord, Dana said last week was too many rewards, and this week is the new normal. We gave you too much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So whatever you win with that lineup this week, plan on swapping it. I guess I don't know.
Andy, let's do quickly what I never do and what people who are not me really like to do. Let's see what we could win.
Okay.
What we got here.
Is that All-Star
I'm only
Rare
going to
Pro?
look at the star pool because obviously I'll finish top 7.
Real quick, do you when you get into the rewards, do you look at the pools?
Absolutely never.
Never.
The only that's not true. That is not true. The only time I can remember doing it is all the way back to 2 days ago with this All-Star. So I was 6th for a little bit in All-Star Limited, and I was like, oh, man. And I had made a comment to my son a while ago that I think a Dusan Tadic limited card would help my limited lineups. And then I had this really good All-Star limited lineup, and I was like, oh, maybe I can win Tadic. And so I went specifically to see where Tadic was, because I was like, he can't be that high, like with all the Premier League guys here and like all the superstars we had already in. And it turns out he is really that good. So he was like 11th in the tier, and I ended up finishing like 25th.
Follow-up question: How much in control of your gallery is your son? Like, how much say does he
for
have
football?
over those?
He does all my like the amateur, like the Ligoon and La Liga. He does all those.
And how does he do?
I don't even look. Oh, actually, I take that back. It was during my daughter's basketball game last week. This is really getting into the weeds of the Andrew Laird personal life here.
Sure.
So my daughter plays basketball, and I keep stats on this like app that they use, Game Changer, if anyone uses it. And I sit on the bench and I'm doing the stats.
So you're an Opta guy. You're an Opta guy. You're Opta.
I Opta dad who does that. That's exactly what I am, the Opta guy. And I get a text message from my son that just said, Ginter let us down. And because he played, we had a Flecken Ginter combo, I think, in the Bundesliga one. And let me see if I can pull it up here. Here we go. Bundesliga amateur. Yeah. Flecken 78.4, Ginter 34, somehow with the clean sheet bonus.
Wow.
Ginter had 2 errors led to shots. That's a weird one.
That's not a stat you see them give very often, but.
And he did it twice, which is -10. So that canceled out his clean sheet. And I don't know, some lost, or 11 duels lost. He had a terrible game. And then I think we had goals like throughout the rest. And he was like, oh man, Ginter let us down. And I'm like, you let us down? You did it.
Did you get like ticked off and like record that stat against some of the kids in that game? Like that was an error led to shot right there. No.
So
error led to basket.
Well, turnovers are like a big thing in youth basketball. And my wife actually asked me this the other day, and she was like, if somebody passes the ball and it's like a really bad pass and like a kid has to like reach up and like goes off their hands, she's like, whose turnover is it? The passer or like the kid trying to catch? And honestly, for me, it just depends which kid I like more.
Was it your kid or not?
No, my daughter hasn't had a turnover all season.
Of course.
Not one. And not because she's not giving the ball away. It's always someone else's fault. No.
That's the new conspiracy. Opted dads out there ruining Sorare for everyone.
Yeah. No, I can't do it for soccer. I don't even know what they do. But yeah, I do it for basketball. And it hasn't led me to have any like sympathetic thoughts to the Opta people because I think they just use computers anyway. I don't know. Well, we have completely fallen off the rails here. So we're going to swap ourselves out. Oh, get it? Yeah. Didn't work, did it? Because nobody else is coming. Thank you to everybody for joining us live. If you guys could please hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Kind of weird if you're 61 minutes in and haven't subscribed. This is great content every day. Well, almost every day. Speaking of almost every day, I'll be back tomorrow for rabbit hunting, 12:30 Eastern. Might have a podium, might have a first place, or we might have nothing. Who knows? But I'll be there by myself doing it all, and then back early next week with Sean, maybe.
Oh, coming back from a suspension, maybe.
I think the review committee is still meeting, so
okay.
The strategy show will go on. We'll see if Sean is able to join us, and then Andy and I will be back later next week. So thank you, everyone, and good luck this weekend.
Sounds good.